Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the cheat run. Today's episode is going to be very interesting. We've got a lot of EV to progress through, and we're going to get some Applied Energistics set up this episode. It's going to be very interesting, very fun. I hope you enjoy. But first things first, I want to discuss the loot bags, right? So now that I can claim quest rewards and loot bags, why don't I just give myself a bunch and see what we get from them? Like, I just got an enchanted book with night vision. Never going to need that. We got 2 more robot arms. Not going to need that. I want more interesting stuff. Okay. Industrial TNT is good. And raw silicon ingots. I'm going to put the ingots on the wall. And I'm also going to put the ITNT on the wall. So I'm going to open some loot bags and get back to you if I get anything interesting. So I just got some reinforced glass plates, which I can throw through a lathe to get the reinforced glass lens, which is used to make the sensor for the NASA workbench. So I'm going to create one of these. And I know these require Never Star plates, and I haven't got a Never Star yet, but I can't be bothered. And I want to get to PDM. So I'm making the executive decision here that I'm going to craft myself a NASA workbench. And we're going to go to the moon. Right, so after a short bit of micro crafting later, there is a NASA workbench. Huge moment in this run. So now we need to build the implosion compressor, which is a multi-block that makes me able to create plates. It's a small one, it's not big at all. It just lets me create plates from compressed plates, I think, or it makes me, triple plates to aluminium plates. And it does use industrial TNT, which is absolutely perfect because we just got industrial TNT from a loot bag and it's on the wall over here. So this is going to be even more perfect. So I'm going to set that up. I'm going to build it. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm probably going to rip up all of this old stuff over here, the Steam setup, and I'm going to put it in the wall here. And as I was building this out, I did open a loot bag and did get some heavy duty plates. So that's always useful. I'm going to throw away these loot bags. I'm going to keep these heavy duty plates. I'm going to put the workbench down here. Not enough room. Ooh, interesting. Put it here. Why not? There we go. Put it in front of these drawers. Probably not going to use these drawers again. I will be moving all of these drawers over to the personal dimension when we do get there. But yeah, NASA workbench placed here. I'm going to put an implosion compressor here. And I think when we get the LCR set up, I'm going to put it here. And then that will be the last machine that I use in this overworld before we move to the personal dimension. So yeah, exciting times. And there is our implosion compressor. This is going to go here. And I'm also going to give myself a bunch of heavy duty plates. I'm going to do this. We're going to get this set up over here. Actually, no, we're not going to put it here. We're going to move it a little bit closer. Right, so now that I have the implosion compressor set up with an input bus and an output bus, it unlocks this quest here, which is heavy duty plates. And I got 6 from a quest. So all I'm going to do is give myself a bunch, and that should pop the quest for heavy duty plates. And this should be our rocket control computer, I think. What am I missing? I'm missing a sensor. There we go. That's 30 seconds. It does require a clean room. So yeah, rocket control computer. There we are, rocket control computer. And there is our small fuel canister. That should be a quest. I need 2, so I could just give myself another one. And this should be our rocket fins too. I only need 4. Perfect. Quest. There it is. There is an industrial or inverted red cage lamp. And then we can go ahead and craft the nose cone, which shouldn't be too hard. If I just pin this quest here, do this, do that, and there's the nose cone. Beautiful. And here's our 2 engines. Should be 2. What am I missing? Nothing. There we go. 2 engines. Now I can get all of the equipment here from an MV loot bag. And also Space Invaders Moon one, but I haven't got the Space Invaders one yet, I don't think. Like, if I check these quest rewards, it's all HV bags. All of them are HV bags. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself some MV ones and see if I get any of these from the quests. Well, not the quests, the loot bags. I just opened a stack and got absolutely nothing, so I think I am just going to craft what I need to craft. So there is the oxygen mask. That should be a quest. And that is the oxygen gear. And that is the parachutes. And that should be 2 light oxygen tanks. Perfect. That should be a quest. Wafers. 2 frequency modules. 1 for me and 1 for the lander. Oh, hello. Quest reward. And that should be the buggy seat for the lander. And that should be the tier 1 lander. Beautiful. And that should be everything for the rocket. I don't know why these spread out. That's a bit weird. Anyways, rocket fins, nose. Where else am I going here? Lander. Rocket fuel canisters. And I'm missing something here, but I can't see what it is. Oh yeah, rocket control computer. Here we go. Tier 1 rocket. There we are. Woohoo! And now to power this rocket, I'm not actually going to make any rocket fuel myself. I'm actually going to go into the MV quest book. I'm going to give myself... I'm not going to give myself it, obviously. I'm going to give myself the components to craft it. But if I look in here, it should be somewhere on the left-hand side, maybe, next to all the crop stuff, because it is an MV World Accelerator. And if I try and find the World Accelerator, there we go. It gives me 64 cetane boosted diesel, which is actually a very good fuel source as well. So I'm going to craft this. I'm going to claim this quest reward. So I just gave myself all the components because we've already made it before. And there we go. Advanced World Accelerator. I'm also going to throw this in the bin because I actually don't need this. But I am actually going to claim the cetane boosted diesel. Throw away the lemon cake because we're healthy. And there we go. Cetane boosted diesel. Rocket fuel in hand. And here we have 9 rocket pads. Perfect. Don't know if that's a quest or not. But then we've also got the fuel loader to actually fuel the rocket. Right, so I'm just going to fill up my oxygen tanks here. This shouldn't take long. And once I have 1 full oxygen tank, I can just give myself the full oxygen tank every time. So I'll never need to worry about oxygen again once this fills up. And on a side note as well, what I did actually get from a quest reward, not quest reward, sorry, a loot bag just a second ago, because I had to just search what it was. I got carbon plates and helmets and stuff, which can actually be made into nanosuit parts. So I think I'm going to start working on some nanosuit stuff just so I can get some protection while I'm on the moon. And especially I want to go for this chest plate here, the jetpack. So I think I'm going to work on something like this. So I have all my parts here for the nanosuit. Let's turn it on and see how we do. This should be our nanosuit chest plate. There we go. What's next on the list? There's our nanosuit leggings. And this should be our nanosuit boots. And there's our nanosuit boots. Perfect. It turns out I need night vision goggles, so I'm going to quickly craft those. There is our nanosuit goggles. I can put this in here now. And this should be our night vision nanosuit goggles. Nice. And there's our nanosuit helmet. Time to charge it up. And there we have night vision. Don't we look cool and ready for the moon? And I also got a crossbow from a quest reward. So we got whoa. I was just chilling outside. There was no need for that. I also got a crossbow from a quest reward. And it looks like to be pretty decent, so I'm going to take that to the moon with me, and we're going to go and we're going to go beat the dungeon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have liftoff. See you in space. Oh, just look how beautiful it is to be in the sky. So what the plan is we're going to go and do the dungeon here, and we're going to go and grab the schematic and some dungeon bricks, and then we're going to submit it here, and we're going to claim the personal dimension. Oh, I'm so excited. Ladies and gentlemen, we are vastly approaching the moon. We are about to soon touch down. Here we are, the moon. I forgot to put my canisters on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me fix this. Okay, after a bit of flunking, I have solved the problem. I now have oxygen. It's great. It's great. Okay, let's go look for this dungeon. Now you're probably wondering why I'm flying so quickly, and it's because I've been flying around for so long that I just gave myself some boots of the traveler. I hate Thorncraft. I think all magic mods are terrible. I hate magic with every fiber of my being. So give myself a little bit of quality of life. I am just flying around trying to find the dungeon like this. I've been flying around for so long and I haven't seen it, but Christ, it's just getting annoying now, and I really just want to find this dungeon. I have been flying around for so long and I have finally found a dungeon. Holy moly, let's go in here. Christ, on a fucking bike, that took forever. All this stuff I've already got. I also need some moon bricks, dungeon bricks, whatever it is. Let me take some of these. We also take some moon rock as well. Right, let's go get this dungeon done with. Ooh, found some neodymium in here. That is going to be very useful. And some molybdenum as well. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but we found some molly B. Nice. And here is the skeleton boss, which I'm just going to run around and shoot. Well, come on. And that is the boss completed. Nice. Give me my key now. Thank you very much. Let's go down this road here. Let's take a sharp left turn. Let's take this schematic, and that should be the quest for the moon dungeon, hopefully. I have this. Wait, how do I change this? It's a shapeless craft, right? Yeah. Okay. Moon dungeon has been completed, and now I can take this and I can claim my personal dimension, which is beautiful. So I'm going to go back home and claim that. I'm also going to take some more of those ingots. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I'll be back home in a sec. And we are back home. Very far away from home, though, and I didn't put a waypoint at home. Well, time to go find home, I guess. I'm joking. I just teleported to 0, which is where I spawned. Perfect. We are back home. Beautiful. I'm going to put the rocket back over here. Yes, I'll put it back here. Let's get started. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. Oh, for God's sake. I'm so excited. So excited. Let's claim that personal dimension. Let's place it right here. Let's configure it to, we'll go a nice pink sky, nighttime only. We will put it to a jungle biome. And let me configure this real quick. And it's been configured. Let's go. Here we are. Beautiful personal dimension. I'm going to get started on building. I will be back when I have a little bit of a base set up. Okay, while I've been building the personal dimension, I think it's about time we get started on some Applied Energistics. So let me start with that. And here is some charged Certus quartz. And now that we have that, we can just give it to myself. And that should be the first quest for... No, we actually have to charge it first, which means we have to get some sodium, which I've got already, and some distilled water in a chemical reactor. And there is charged Certus quartz. And there's the quest. And now we can get some fluix dust by doing the old-fashioned way. There it all is in its beauty. That should be 2 stacks of fluix dust or crystals. Quartz fiber for cables. And there's some cables. And there's the quest. No? Oh, I need to cover them first and make some anchors. Which is fine because I've made these before. So I can just do this and this. And here we have our covered cable, which is going to look so much nicer than this slop. And that should be the quest. There we go. Those are all the seeds I need. There is our pure nether quartz crystal. There's our pure flux crystal. And that's the pure Certus quartz crystal, which now should be the quest when I give it to myself. Perfect. Also going to give myself all the presses because I've searched so much this episode for other things, so I can already tell what's going to happen with this. And that's our printed silicon. There is our printed calculation circuit. There is our printed logic circuit. And that's our engineering circuit. That is the calculation processor, the logic processor, and the engineering processor. So now when I give them to myself, which I'm going to do here, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. That should be a quest. Beautiful. And now that we've got that, we can now make our ME controller. And this will be ME drive. Oh, no, I need a circuit. Let me just give myself one. There we go. That'll be our ME drive. Illuminated panel. And this should be our ME crafting table. Oh, I don't have a soft mallet. Well, let's just give myself one from the quest book. There we go. Crafting terminal done. And now we're going to make our formation cores. And we're also going to make our annihilation cores. So I can give myself those now. And that is also another quest. And this is our ME interface. This is going to be important for us for storage buses, fluid storage buses, the whole works. And this is our final terminal. Another soft mallet that I just don't own. There we go. Interface terminal. So now we have crafting table, interface terminal, and I think I'm going to make a fluid terminal as well. And that is our fluid terminal. So those are the 3 important terminals we're going to be using. I'm very excited. Let's get a setup going. And that is a storage bus for us all. While I was creating some stuff in the personal dimension, I will show it when I'm done. Right, I know it's been a while. It's a lot of game time has passed since the last clips. You might have seen a bit of crafting here and there throughout the episode, but I think I'm finally ready to show you guys the personal dimension. So we're gonna say goodbye to this box that Hamcorp ever so nicely. Yeah, it's even starting to rain. They know it's coming, but yeah, let's take a trip in. Here we are, personal dimension. And when I turn around, you're going to see what I've been doing this past couple of hours, just trying to get it all sorted, get it all set up. But here we go. It's not much, but it's honest work. And I've moved all of the drawers over. Everything we've made before has now been over here. A lot of AE2 components were crafted, such as the crafting units. All the EVs were done. Yeah, I'm so happy. And then down here is a bit of an agglomerated mess of what I've been doing. This is a big CPU. These are some molecular assemblers on some interfaces that I've crafted. And I'm honestly so happy. This in here has one creative ME fluid cell, which contains most of the stuff that I've got already. If I've missed something, I will add it. So it's basically got all of the useful stuff that I need. These storage cells are for when I do crafts and they need to go back into the system, because at the moment everything's just storage bus on these drawer controllers. So all of these are available in the terminal. If I go to the terminal here, you can see that I have all of these items in the storage bus in the drawers at the moment. So like all the motors, all the circuits, everything that we've crafted before is now inside the terminal. And it was a lot of overhaul work, and I'm really happy with it, and I'm so glad that it took me a while to do it. But yeah, I'm just excited to finally be at a point where I can just progress a lot easier than before. All of my fluids that I get now are just going to be immediately put onto my creative fluid cell, and crafting should be a whole lot easier than it was before. So yeah, I'm super happy with it. We're going to see where we end up next. Most likely we're just going to be going, this is all the AE2 stuff I've done, by the way, so this is all like molecular assemblers, crafting storage and stuff like that. But most likely it's going to be pushing towards epoxy, new circuits, tungsten steel. Everything's going to be done. It's going to be so exciting. So yeah, let's maybe we should go and do a bit of end stone centrifuging for some tungstate, and then this can be autoclaved. No, this can be, what is it? What can you do with tungstate? I completely forgot. Is it sodium tungstate and then chemical reacts with calcium chloride with scheelite and then tungsten in a blast furnace for tungsten? Yeah, okay. We're gonna be doing a bit of this. We'll see though. If I get a bit burnt out, I will end the episode prematurely because I've been playing for quite a while. But yeah, I'm just super happy that we're in the personal dimension now with a system up and running. So yeah, we'll see where we end up next. And now I need to create more EV machines. So for example, the chemical bath is going to be so easy to make because I can just click it into my terminal here and I have a chemical bath. It's so nice. It's so nice. Is there any other machines I could make? Okay, let's go cutting machine. I have made the diamond saw blade before, so I am going to put it on the wall just so it is a little bit easier for me to use. I'm going to put it on here. And then I'm pretty sure all I need to do is just shift click it in. And there we go. Advanced cutting machine. Perfect. Yeah, so I think I am going to actually end the episode here. I have looked onto further what I need to do. Specifically when getting to IV. And it does look like I need to make molten polytetrafluoroethylene, or PTFE for short. Which requires some hydrofluoric acid and methane and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to dive back into that when I get home from America next week, because I am going away for a week. But this episode will come out while I'm out there, so it's always good. If this episode was a little bit shorter than usual, I do apologize. There was so much stuff I needed to get done this episode and to get it out like during the week. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with what we've done so far. Storage drawers, AE2 up and running. This little plant down here for my AE2 storage. I'm very happy with it. I'm really excited to progress through EV. And yeah, on that note, I will see you in the next one when we progress through EV and a little bit of IV, as well as doing some chemical lines. I'll see you in the next one.